Hello, and welcome to this demonstration of Control Tower by Sonoma Partners. So you might have end-user adoption problems within your CRM system. You may have built out this really great CRM system with all these bells and whistles, but for some odd reason, people just aren't using it. And when companies try to solve that end-user adoption problem, they really don't understand the scope of that problem. Unfortunately, most of the time, you can't quantify exactly how many users utilize the system on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis, what types of records they're using, and what they do with those records. System administrators are stuck trying to track down rumors about what people are doing within the system, and without that information, without that quantifiable data on how people are using your system, you can't make changes to improve the system that will end up allowing you to improve that end-user adoption. Because of that, Sonoma Partners has built Control Tower, a cloud-based app that measures end-user adoption on a day-by-day basis. And it answers three very important questions for you. Are people using your CRM system? How are people using your CRM system? And what is each person working on within your CRM system? You can see up at the top that you can even filter that user activity by date. So I can look at user activity by this week or last 30 days or last year, by all users or specific users if I want to, by business unit. So how does sales use our CRM versus perhaps marketing or other business groups? And even by installation. So if we have multiple CRM instances, how are people using each of them? With that ability to filter, I can start really tackling those questions, and I'll start over on the left first. The first question that I'm looking at over here is under user activity. What is each person doing in the CRM system, and what types of folks do I have? So you can see that I've got these folks who are classified into different groups. Infrequent users, out of 129 users, 121 aren't in the system that much. 3 are casual users, they're in there some of the time. 1 is an active user, in there a lot, and then I have those top users, those power users here. I can filter and drill into one of those user groups, and I can look at my top users, and I can sort of say, oh, these are my top people. Maybe I can ask them what they use in the system, what they like about it, what they don't. I can do the same with those infrequent users and say, what is it that you don't like about the system, or why don't you get in there? And within each of these different groups, I can actually drill into an individual user, and I can say, oh, this is how often you're using the system, these are the types of records that you're using the system for, and this is the type of activity you're doing with that. So this information allows you to see an excellent snapshot of what individuals are doing when they use the system. It allows you to really get a sense of how you can personalize interfaces, how you can correct issues, how you can change maybe the security rules within the system so that it's surfacing the things that really only matter to specific users or specific groups. In the center, we have that content usage area, and that is really answering the question, how are people using the CRM system? What are the record types that people are leveraging the most? Overall, we can see that people are really heavily using security roles, posts, and phone calls. And if we look at these individually, we can actually see over time if people have been using them more and more. You can see there's a huge improvement in phone calls here. So maybe we change the interface for that and people find it more user-friendly. So you can improve the system and track metrics around that. This really helps your system administrator see what modules are being used the heaviest and which sections are being neglected or used the least, and improve those over time. Finally, over on the right, we've got system usage. This allows me to chart different creates and updates on the system, really letting me know, are people using the system full stop? And I can look at that across different spectrums of time. Let me look at it last week. So looking at my system usage last week, I can see that there were a lot of creates in the middle of the week. And this is maybe when people are doing their account planning and they're setting up their phone calls and appointments for the next week. We have a lot of updates that are happening on Monday morning. So perhaps this is when people are really updating their pipeline to have a Monday afternoon session with their manager to let them know, here are the opportunities that I am working on. So overall, you can see that Control Tower gives you a really solid sense of how people are using your system, when they're using your system, and what they're doing within it. That allows you to chart your user adoption, see what the issues are, and then improve your system based off of the usage metrics that you're getting back from it. Thank you for joining us for this quick demonstration of Control Tower by Sonoma Partners for Microsoft Dynamics CRM. If you have any questions, please reach out to us at Sonoma Partners. Thanks again.